Apologies. It is just way too hot right now, so I'm just gonna... My god. Which one do I shoot? Which one's the real Okano? Well, the age-old idea is to go ahead and shoot both of them. That way we make sure we kill the evil one. Oh, that's a good point, Mike Kamano. Oh god, they're both clowns! Run! Shoot both twice. Blaster fire sounds. I'm so good with my sound effects. I can do a lightsaber too. Wow. Wow. So where are we?
The stage is set for my daughter's ruin. Strike her down, and this empire will be yours to command.
When I take the throne, how long before you call for my destruction?
If I wanted you destroyed, I would have done it long ago. My fate is tied to yours.
We're approved for landing. Endo really pulled through with our disguises. Let's suit up before we make landfall.
Much as I hate to admit it, he's probably right there.
We are family. Kneel before the Dragon of Zakul.
Excellent form.
If you want something, spit it out.
Your guests are arriving. They toast your name and hungrily await your speech.
And the rebels.
Adorned with shock collars, as you requested.
The party must be perfect. If you disappoint me... I'll watch you sizzle.
It's gonna smell really bad.
I can't see a thing in this blasted disguise. How do I look?
If I didn't know better, I'd think you were the knight captain.
I'll take that as a compliment. Let's find Endo. Let me give you a hand.
Alright, I'm gonna go and summon you in, hopefully. Oh god, I have no abilities. There's that vehicle thing again. Although we can strafe this time, so that's nice. Oh, nice, Magister. So you're in the same boat I am now. Because I have no idea what's coming. That's not true. There's one thing I know that's coming, and I kind of wish I didn't. Because it's been affecting my opinion of things. But we'll see. Oh, there we are. Okay.
You didn't tell me there would be HoloNet drones at the party.
Isn't it wonderful? Our faces will be broadcast all over Zakul.
We'll be the talk of the spire. How's my hair?
Terrible. That's a good question, Arcano. Are you also incapable of attacking right now? Just for the sake of curiosity and review. Oh, wow. So, normally I'd make fun of the fact that that lane of traffic is going through a building. But actually, you remember how I praised Yavin 4 We're using a bunch of different tricks to complete an effect of making the area look cool. Because that's what we're seeing here. So we've got 3D models. You see that building right in front of me? Here. There, right in front of my head. That building is a 3D model. That building is a 3D model. That one's a 2D graphic. That's part of the skybox. Says that one, says that one. Most of those ones in the background are part of the skybox. Then you have an overlay, a transparent overlay, which is the traffic, going in different patterns to give the impression of the busy city, like over there, or over there. They also use the fog to good effect. Not just in general, but the fog is denser further up. So those buildings look like they're coming down from the sky, and further down, same difference. So you can't see the sky, you can't see the ground. This may sound all like basic stuff, and maybe it is, but I think it's noteworthy because, again, this is using several tricks to make this look better than it actually is. Hi, Zach Tefton. What do you think of me as this? I'll watch that later, Hazardous. I wouldn't think that, J. Palmer. I've worked in visual design. But I bring that up because...
Welcome, honored guests. Tonight, we celebrate our glorious leader, the one and only Empress Valen.
Boo. Boo. But I've known people who will dismiss simple tricks that are good because they're simple. I've seen that in cooking, I've seen that in audio design, I've seen that in visual design, I've seen that in music construction.
No ticket, no entry, period.
Where's your supervisor? I will not be treated like this.
And become a knight of the cool, I thought. Live a life of glory and intrigue.
Exiting the party is strictly forbidden. But honestly, who'd ever want to cut such a fantastic evening short?
Steer clear of the Horizon Guard. If we're not careful, they'll see right through these disguises.
Okay. There's a local pizza joint, so I got local pizza. You know, I tend to agree with you, J. Palmer. It's one of the reasons why Chrono Trigger is still one of my favorite games of all time. Because let's be honest, Chrono Trigger is actually a very simple game. But it is...
I thought this was a party to celebrate the Empress.
Very well crafted.
I wasn't
simple.
aware of any special guests.
The shock collars are a little unsettling, but...
Have you seen the creatures in the fighting pit? Ghastly.
Isn't it delightful? I'd love to take a hollow with it.
Oh, that's a splendid idea. Do you think they'd let us?
You know what? Hang on. We need to switch playlists. Yes, it is nice to have something other than Sky Troopers active. There we go. '87, J. Palmer.
Traitor, fetch me another drink.
Aaron, it's me, Nadia. We were neighbors for 3 years.
Oh, you must be mistaking me for someone else.
But Aaron...
I don't associate with traitors. Now, about that drink?
Jesus. We've already had a bit of world building for how the Zakulanites are, but this is ridiculous.
Lana, we're in the party. Do you read me?
Loud and clear. We're plugged into Spire security, ready to assist.
My favorite knights. Welcome to the Grand Festival of Empress Valen. We must be careful. The Holonet drones are broadcasting this party for all the galaxy to see.
Pro tip. Do you ever want to whisper to someone?
Don't do this. It's really obvious.
And it doesn't actually improve your whisper ability.
Valen wants to make an example of the rebels. We need to free them before it's too late.
I'm with you there, my friend.
Removing those shock collars won't be easy. You have any tricks up your sleeve?
That I do.
Party favors?
Ion charges to attach to the security relays. Trigger them during Valen's big speech. The blast will disable the collars, leaving my compatriots free to join your attack.
Tell the rebels to keep away from the Horizon Guards. I'll handle the elite forces myself.
Right. Avoid the scary ones with lightsabers. I'll keep the party going while you set the charges. But once the task is done, we'll show the Empress what we're made of.
You will need to use your wits if you're going to infiltrate the palace and sabotage the relays. Explore the environment, search for clues, and talk to people. If you need help, use the hint ability. I can actually confirm that, Crazy Norse. The easiest way to showcase that is to pull up a waveform of someone.
Don't say I never did
who's
anything.
whispering like this, and then someone who's talking more like this. And actually, I'm not even sure the mic just picked that up.
The moment we've been waiting for is almost here. Remember, speaking during a royal address is punishable by death.
I'm sorry, but the kitchen's off limits.
Okay. I did love that mission of Dishonored, despite its controversial outro. God, I hope not, Zactef. Oh, I like it, Hazardous. Here's $700. My favorite part is she's forcing the rebels to serve everyone else. I was actually about to ask that. Does anybody know when Inquisition came out? This was late 2016, for perspective.
No entry until shift change. Unless you've got our food order.
Okay. I'm just exploring a little bit. I probably shouldn't be. There's probably nothing else here. Oh god, I have no haste button whatsoever. Ah!
Master Joe would be proud.
Captains only. Come back when you've gained a few ranks.
Okay. Get some rest, Damashi. I'll see you around. So not only have I already heard about that act, I've actually already been asked a question about that. So here's my take on it. They're being really hush-hush about it, about why it's happening and who's causing it to happen and all that fun stuff, to the point where it is nothing but suspicious. And that's my thoughts on that.
I'm sorry, but the kitchen's off limits.
We've got clearance. You need confirmation, take it up with Endozol.
I'll take your word for it. I've had enough of Indo to last me a lifetime.
Okay. It's the Palace Guard's dinner. Do not deliver to the barracks until after Empress's speech. If I hear the knights whisper one more insult about my kitchen's cooking, they could starve for a week. Wow. Oh my. I want all of this. Good for that. I want to just sample.
The glazed kale is done.
Wrong again, droid! This food isn't fit for a starving dog! Make another!
I've already prepared 19 batches.
And every one was a culinary abomination! Empress Valen deserves perfection, not excuses!
Rations for the guards. This might come in handy.
Oh god, Yoda's suit. No comment.
That's it for the food deliveries.
Indo's going all out this time. I counted 400 bottles of Zakulan wine.
Yeah, 398. And had a couple bottles for us. Wrote them up as breakage.
I taught you well.
Unlocking shortcuts. There's actually attention to detail. There's actually 2 bottles of wine here. I'm more impressed by that than I should be. I love attention to detail. I know how time-consuming and how hard it is to do those little touches. Alright. Let's head up top. Whoop, let's not go that way. No, it does, J. Palmer, absolutely. You're the captain guy, so we need to go out. Do wish I could sprint. Or that the area was smaller, maybe. I wonder what music's supposed to be playing here. I don't really have party music playlist, so... I figured Castlevania's as close as I've got to this.
Anyone order food?
It's about time. Go on in before they chew their arms off.
Food's here.
The food's here!
Finally. Thanks for dropping it off.
You're welcome.
A Knight Captain's shield. With any luck, this will get us behind closed doors.
Anyone ever read Shadows of the Empire? The book? Wait, there's no music here? Innately? Wow.
Complimentary holograms of Empress Valen can be picked up in the reception area. Let her light up your home today.
Gross. See you around, Dick. I'm just losing people left and right. Is it that bad? Jesus. Is it me? be honest.
We have had a breakthrough.
I remember the last idiot who made that kind of promise. I'm still finding bits of him in my hair.
I am confident in the results. You will soon be freed from your weakness.
Prepare for my arrival. But first, I have traitors to kill.
Charge is set. We're almost there.
The reason I ask...
Many years ago, the Eternal Empire sent sleeper agents into the core worlds.
To spy on the lowly Outlands?
Precisely. The most successful of these agents was codenamed Watcher Isaacs. He was a strong, loyal son of Zakul, until the day he abandoned his homeland.
Poor fool got homesick?
No. He was stronger than you'll ever be, but still, he turned his back on us. Such are the temptations of the Outlands.
Okay. Anyways, pro tip. If you want to make an evil empire, don't. Evil empires are always more easy to infiltrate. Because there's always people who are scared, or too willing to look the other way, or easy to bribe, or easy to be corrupted, whatever, right? The reason I brought up Shadows of the Empire, it's one of my favorite little tidbits in that, was this bit where they bribe a Bothan to get in to see their boss. They go see the boss, and the boss is like, "Hi, what's going on?" And they're like, "Wait, you know who we are?" He's like, "Yeah. The moment you bribed the guard, he told me that he took a bribe, and informed me of who exactly was coming through, and why, and how, and where." Oh. Because that's what loyalty does for you.
Stand back. Captains only.
I am a captain. Now let me pass before I demote you to sanitation.
My apologies, sir. Make yourself at home.
Like, stuff like that wouldn't work in an actual organization that isn't corrupt and evil.
Watch out. The Beastmaster's in a worse mood than usual. If that's even possible.
That's saying something. Oh yeah, they kept the bribe money too. Of course they did.
What I say, Bev? Tell me what I said!
Keep the kids healthy.
Keep the kids healthy! But look at my kid over there. She look healthy to you?
No.
You're useless, Bev. Now give her the medicine, or I'll feed her you instead.
But she won't eat it. Maybe if I put the medicine in her food.
Well, I would, but it won't let me. I'm afraid I'm gonna have to kill you, kid. There we go. Oh, by the way, an evil republic is even worse. For all the reasons I just mentioned.
I don't know what Valen feeds her beasties, but they sure give off a right stench.
Do what I do. Stop breathing through your nose.
If you think I'm sucking this nastiness into my mouth, you've got another thing coming.
What do you think's happening every time you talk?
Oh, I hate you. How about this lockdown? Don't get me started. I need to give a blood sample just to use the bathroom.
I've got foreman's access, and I'm not doing much better.
I get it. You're a foreman.
Just saying. No one's got it easy.
Keep this door shut always. Really?
That's the server room. Lift the lockdown and you'll be able to access the valuable data within.
I do like valuable data. Now we're out here. Oh. Well, this is my life now. Okay. I already used stuck. 3 times, actually. I think I'm making any progress. Sometimes you can drift very slowly. This is... Wow. Okay. No, he can't use any ability at all. Neither can I, for that matter. What's this do? You can't do that while moving. I'd rather not quit out if I can avoid it, but I think I may have to. God. I don't know what you did, but I'm free. I'm never jumping over that table again. Oh my god. Okay. Where the hell? I'm turning around now. Yeah, I've decided not to partake. What do you think? Does Castlevania music work? I am no longer all the Sith. Oh, that works. Eat up, boy. Regola seems grateful. She will remember this. She's actually healing, too. Okay. Hey, I did your job for you. Yeah. Okay. Let's head back up. I wouldn't mind having a sword, excuse me, a shield spec'd lightsaber kind of thing. I can just picture it. It's a shield, but it's got like that magna, you know, the magna staves that, I can't remember the name of the droids. Grievous's bodyguards use. Imagine that kind of thing, except it's just all around. Are they just the magna guards? All around the shield's edge, you know? So just...
You've lifted the lockdown, Commander. Pay the server room a visit and secure Valen's precious data.
And yeah, obviously sword and board would work too. I'm not saying we have to just have shield. I'm just saying that would be kind of cool. God, where was the server room? I was down, wasn't it? Okay. If you want to make fun of me, I'll accept it. But I kind of liked the Gungan weapons.
Captain?
You know, they had those orbs of explodey energy stuff, and they had the shields. And the frickin' catapults and all that. God damn it, every time. Their tactics are not a part of their weapons, no. Although you can argue they should be, but that's neither here nor there. They use tactics. I am told that someone thinks that the Gungans use tactics. I'm not sure who that person is, or why their name starts with a G and ends with a Orge Lucas, but although if I'm being completely honest, I actually have always had a soft spot for the Trade Federation hover tanks. One up here. They're actually pretty basic tanks as far as tanks go. And near as I can tell, they don't have a close range support, which you kind of want on a tank. But I like them. They're cool. I give up on life.
Let me give you a hand.
Which one, Crazy Norse? The bad one or the other bad one? Yeah, I said it. That's a lie, of course. There's actually 3 bad Star Wars RTSs. Yeah, the Age of Empires reskin was one of the first one I was thinking of. I suppose that counts. The sabers? I mean, they're okay, I guess. They remind me a lot of the Halo tanks I can't think of the name of right now. Yeah, there's the Age of Empires reskin, there's Force Commander, which is terrible. And then there's Empire at War. That's a rancor. Scorpion, that's the one, thank you. That's funny, Arcana. Listen, we all know that Vitiate is secretly Snoke. So let's just accept that. Okay, now I need to go this way, don't I? No, that's up. Turn around for a second. That was a theory I heard a few times. Back when the who the heck is Snoke crowd was really going. Spoilers, there is no big secret for who Snoke is. He's some random dude who doesn't matter at all and never did and never will. Sorry for spoiling. The Plagueis theory is probably the most common one I heard. I'm not sure what I think of that, but it's probably better than every other theory I've heard, so that's whatever at that point. Oh my goodness. I hope we get to crash that thing. So, hi Valerian. My very, very, very first thought when I was in the theaters with my sister watching Force Awakens, soaking wet because it was pouring rain, was that Snoke was Palpatine. Yeah, go ahead and laugh. The second theory I had, but you know, by the end of the movie, as we were chatting about it over dinner, was that Snoke was Plagueis. My third theory was that Snoke was nobody. That he was a completely he's Sith Lord number 37. Funny thinking about that looking back.
Valen's beginning her speech.
Ahead of schedule.
Zakul! My empire! The Alliance tried to destroy me, but I ground them to dust. Now the Outlander hides in fear as my fleet rips through the galaxy. I am the wrath of the dragon's fire. I am your eternal Empress.
I think it's time for a guest appearance, don't you?
Can't wait to see the look on her face. Let's ditch the armor. Give a speech to Crash.
The eternal moron. Oh, I like that. Yeah, I think nobody else has any bits, or excuse me, lore coins right now, Triaxia. No, Zach Taft, but at the same time, Valen's kind of misdirected, so maybe yes. I don't know. If Valen's not really trying, I could see that, which, honestly, I don't think Valen's... I think we've only seen Valen really try once, and that was when, she was pissed off at Valkorion for using her trigger word.
Today we celebrate the Eternal Empire's strength and watch our enemies suffer. The rebels who spit on Isaacs. And the worm who betrayed me.
No.
They deserve an eternity of torment. And no one, not even the Outlander, can save them.
An empty promise from a feeble Empress.
Well, they're dead. Like, just from the fall, really.
So you're Indo's puppet master? Or is Father controlling you both?
You're the only one under Valkorion's spell. Does the public know about your conditioning?
I think we pissed her off.
Kneel before the Dragon of Zakuul.
Ah!
Smile for the cameras.
There you go, Trihexa. Cure white noise can trade.
For Zakuul!
I don't know, Zakuul kind of sucks, buddy.
Outlander.
Step down peacefully, and this ends without bloodshed.
Oh no, we can't skip the fun part.
Commander, look out!
Hurricane?
My sister alive.
Good news. We found Arkan.
I'll be sure to tell him he has terrible timing.
Then we better get moving.
Oh, good thing we have a lightsaber to cut through all these things. Yeah, no. Oh, come on. You know me. It's me. Wait, what? What? I can't move. What's going on? Pergola! Pergola! Oh my god, are they all on our side? Boy and girl. Scooch, 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 scooch. And now we fight this thing. Yeah, I kind of figured that was coming when we saw this earlier. Boss time! Killing my babies. One thing I remember from the Return of the Jedi novelization, which of course isn't canon, but one thing I've always remembered from it is Luke could sense the rancor, and it was actually just in horrific pain. Like, it was just lashing out because of how tortured it was. That always stuck with me for some reason. Huh? What, are you having a bad day, Valen? But yes, novelizations are not canon. Not to Star Trek, not to Star Wars, not to anything. They're actually a form of a rewrite of
Tonight got a bit too exciting for my tastes. I suppose I have Arkan's grand entrance to thank for that.
Forget Arkan. We came here for Valen, and I'm not letting her escape.
I suspect Big Brother's got the same idea.
You can... Okay.
Enough, Valen.
He does have the voice, Organo.
I won't watch you destroy our home.
Did you know about the disease Father planted in my brain?
He made weapons of us both. Let me help you break free.
I don't need your help.
Cool.
Contusions aside, the rebels stand ready to fight. What are your orders?
Round up any survivors. Get everyone you can away from the action.
You can count on us. Great Isaacs. Is this what being a hero feels like? You heard the Outlander. For the cool!
We've got a lock on Valen and Arkan. Head for the sky deck.
I'm pretty sure mental health... Oh
We've
my
cracked
god,
the
they're still
intel you
with me.
secured earlier. Stand by while I open a shortcut.
I'm pretty sure mental health doesn't even exist as a concept in this setting. Is that... Is it there?
Valen's on the roof. You can reach her if you hurry.
Is it gonna stealth them? No. Well, only one thing to do then. Hi! Sky Troopers. Oh, the hero life sucks. Unless you're in a setting that supports it. I mean, whinging aside, most superheroes are unhappy for a frickin' reason. Thank you for being part of the show, Blade Javal. I'll put that towards DBZ Kakarot. By the way, Trihexia, Kira, what noise you ever figure out? Your thing. You know, I'd be upset about killing these guys, but I got the pupsters helping me out, so this is actually going pretty fast. Mulch, mulch, mulch. They do not do a small amount of damage.
Here, this'll help.
You know what? Fair, Crazy Norse. How often is the shrink archetype used to demonstrate the corrupt, person who's taking the person's money for no benefit, right? I mean, GTA 5's made an entire subplot about that. Oh, dude, Yana, why did you say that? You must be tortured into horrific death, Yara. For making me think about something that's not going to exist until I make it! God damn it. So, I don't know if you've been here for it, Yada, but one of the ideas I had for the StarCraft MMO that I'm making some year is, you could play as a Zerg pack. In other words, you don't play one Zergling. You play... And as you take damage, you lose, you lose Zerglings from the pack, and there's ways to make more, and there's ways to burrow, and just all kinds of ways that feed into that to change up how you play through it. It would probably be pretty bad at, like, tanking. It would be an excellent DPS spec. Actually, yeah, Magister. See, the best part, Yada? MMOs effectively are co-op RPGs nowadays. We can do both. It would probably be great in PvP, I agree. Like, the only thing I could think of off the top of my head that would really screw it over in PvP is if you had a really, really good Mezzer, right? Someone who could just straight up prevent them from doing anything. And so all of their advantages are just disengaged because they're just sitting there getting mulched. You must die, Yana. Back to the donut farm with you. No ice cream tonight. Hang on, let me write this down. Here, white noise is going towards Winx Club. And Trixia 007. It's going towards Cloudpaw. Done. Thank you, both of you. So the way I was thinking of it, Crazy Norse, and ideally there'd be a way to swap between specs. But I like the idea that you don't play as different types of Zerglings, you play as Zerglings, or a Hydralisk, or an Ultralisk, or whatever, right?
Father wants a word with you.
Realistically, you'd probably actually be playing the Queen or Overlord.
Outlander. It appears we both saw the opportunity to confront my sister.
Damn. You'd probably actually be playing the Overlord or Queen or Cerebrit or whatever. And what happens is when you switch specs, you just switch your control to another member of your own hive, right? Or your own swarm. So it's like, all right, hang on, a bunch of Zerglings. Hang on. They all burrow down. Then a few seconds later, and an Ultralisk burrows out, and it's like, hard. It would, Dirazaz. I was thinking about that just a minute ago.
I hardly recognize you without the mask. The new look suits you.
It marks a new beginning.
Even if he's changed, can we really trust him? He hasn't exactly proven himself.
Yep, I got it to Triaxia, don't worry.
I stand corrected.
Traitors to the throne! Prepare to fall!
If Valen wants to challenge us, we'll meet her. Together.
Let's show the Empress who she's dealing with.
I stand with you, Outlander.
And I've still got the people who are my true allies. Bergola, Brick and Rompy, and I think we did lose one. Yeah, we did. I'm really sad about that. I'm sorry, little guy. Secretly, I res him and then get him out of here.
Executioner!
My Extantian powers that I have.
Let's show them what we've got.
Fall before the might of the Empire! You will face justice!
What exactly? Yep, this guy killed billions, don't forget. The more I see, the more I stand by the negatives I gave Arkin back in the previous expansion.
Empress, forgive me.
I don't know, Vader being redeemed is more a matter of opinion, I think, than fact, but... that's a rabbit hole I don't want to go down right now.
My father was right to recognize your strength. But are you in control? Or does he pull the strings?
Valkorion may have forced his way into my head, but my choices are my own.
That resolve may be what Zakul needs.
You would stand aside as an outsider seizes your throne?
Father.
You've grown weak.
My hands are stained with the blood of millions.
Billions.
This family's legacy is dripping with it. It's time a worthy Empress takes our place.
It's not too late, Arkin. You can still redeem yourself.
I'm beyond redemption. I can't change the past, but I can atone for it. Your destiny is to lead Zakul, and mine is to join the Alliance.
I did not raise my son to serve.
You have no son.
The galaxy is watching, Commander. Now's your chance to make an impact.
Zakul, I come to you not as a conqueror, but as an ally. Together we can end this war and bring peace to the galaxy. The Alliance welcomes all who want to stand and fight for freedom. Today, we're proud to count your former Emperor among us.
My strength is yours, Commander.
Bombard them! Don't stop until the Outlanders melted to slag!
But your supporters...
Kill them all!
I wish Malachor was here. I'd love to talk about Salen briefly. Because I realized she's working for me, and I realized why. We are on Knights of the Eternal Throne, KotET, Spartan. About halfway through.
Lana, we need evac, now!
I can't get to you. It's chaos. Head back to the landing pad.
Well, let's get the hell out of here. Yeah, I know, Kira White Noise. That was actually kind of awesome. You, not only you have no son, but kneeling on interstellar television to us speaks volumes. So, why is it that she's working for me? 2 reasons. First of all, she was always working for me more than Arkin was, because the story has always been fairly coherent about who and what she is, right? Like, there's never been any in-between. There's never been any inconsistency or problematic showcasing or whatever. No, she's always been her. That was one of my biggest problems with Arkin, was it felt like they didn't know what they wanted to do with the character. Whereas Valen has always been Valen, right? So that's point number one. Point number two. We had some of the best villains Star Wars as a franchise has ever produced back in Tor Vanilla. And I stand by that statement. I mean it. But I know this is going to sound strange. There's a narrative power to varying up the types and complexities of your villains. And there's nothing wrong with just kind of bringing in someone like Valen every now and again. Right?
I'm as surprised as you, buddy.
Safe to
just, hi.
Get out of here alive.
I'm evil and crazy. Smash, smash, smash. Compare and contrast Barriss or Thanaton, for example, with Valen, and you start to see the contrast between them. It's a nice palate cleanser, too. Especially for the main villain of an arc, which is what she is. Honestly, I felt she should have been the main villain in the previous expansion as well. And I'm, honestly, in my opinion, being proven right by that. Probably, Nero says. But again, I'm not that familiar with the behind the scenes at this point.
Mission accomplished. Sort of.
Valen survived, but she's hated by half of Zakul.
And Endo escaped with the rebels. They even gained a few recruits from the civilians they rescued.
More importantly, the former Emperor now works for us.
I sensed a change in him. But are we sure we can trust the man who tried to kill you multiple times?
Don't forget freezing you in carbonite for 5 years. Revenge consumed me for too long. But you saved my mother. And for that, I'm in your debt.
Senya believed in your ability to change. And she was right.
She was right about you as well. I finally see it. But your work is not complete. My sister's reign of destruction is far from over.
As long as I hold the key to her conditioning, Valen is muzzled.
She won't allow this for long. Like any cornered predator, she will strike back.
We are ready for your arrival.
Father's leash has choked me long enough. It's time I break free.
No, Blade Tyrell is correct. See, that's the thing. That's exactly why Valen works for me so much better, is because she is irredeemable. Because she is so far broken, so gone, that she quite literally can't be. There's no redemption there because there's nothing to be redeemed effectively. It's effectively the same question. Let me rephrase this a little bit. Why not redeem Voldemort? Because the whole point of Voldemort is he is the thing you don't redeem. I talked about this in Dragon Age. It's like, it's the Darkspawn, right? There's a narrative power to have a truly, all-black villain. And that way you can gray up. I need to come up with a new way to phrase that. You get what I mean. You get what I mean. An all-evil villain, which is like a backdrop. And then we can have these other villains, which are more gradient shades in front of them. And that way we can see nuance and reflection and style and build-up. BioWare actually does this pretty well. They usually implement at least one mwahaha, no really, villainous force. And then they try to make most of their other characters, their other villains, something a little bit more nuanced. Logain being put against the backdrop of the Darkspawn is a perfect example of that. Yeah, Palpatine is a perfect example. Palpatine is a character you cannot save. Should not save. Luca Blight, to go with Crazy Horse's example. Luca Blight is not a character you redeem. Luca Blight is there to shine a shadow over everyone else. But anyways, I'm getting ahead of myself. You get my point. Oh. Why is that? Why do I have to hit launch here? This is very strange. Okay, this is just... What? Alright, let me leave the zone. Go to the zone. Again. And to be perfectly blunt, it would be like trying to save Tenebrae. There's no saving Tenebrae. Tenebrae was a global mass murderer when he was 10 years old. That's not a save.
You should have left me on Nathema.
You are my daughter. This is where you belong.
Do you know what they did to me there?
You needed discipline. You had to learn to control your power. The bond between us is growing stronger. You are glimpsing my memories.
Valen mentioned Nathema. What is that?
Nathema is a blighted, forgotten world, where the Force has been corrupted. I sent Valen there to condition her mind, and teach her obedience.
No wonder your daughter hates you, and everyone else.
She learned to hate long before I sent her away. Unchecked, Valen was a threat to everything I had created, and to herself. Her power had to be contained.
If she was such a threat, you should have just killed her.
She was still my daughter. In her, I saw aspects of myself. I hoped she could become worthy of the throne. She failed me. Instead of focusing on the mistakes of my past, you should ask what this vision means for our future.
I was about to say, he let Valen out because he thought she could be a new host body. There's already a bit of precedence that the more Force powerful a host body is, the more they can use the Force. You know, an upgrade, if you will. So, yeah, I bet he was trying to hollow her out to be the next vessel. And it didn't work because she was too crazy, or too mad, or too broken, or too whatever.
Are you saying Valen went back to Nathema?
She would only return if she had found a way to break her conditioning. If Valen unleashes her full power, even you may not be strong enough to stop her.
Still no word on where Valen's disappeared to.
Any chance she decided to give up on galactic conquest and retire to a quiet little colony on the Outer Rim?
That is not my sister's style.
I might know where she's gone. A planet called Nathema.
I never thought to hear the name of that accursed world again.
You've been there?
Once. It's where Valkorion locked my sister away when she was a child. It's in the Corlean sector.
Hang on. Someone sent an encrypted holocall to Valen during her little party. We traced the origin to that sector.
The message was important enough for Valen to drop everything and go.
Nathema is a tainted world. If I go there, I fall back into my old ways. Everything I've accomplished since being healed on Voss will be undone.
It's okay, I'm a Sith warrior. I got this.
I believe you're strong enough to do this, but I won't force you to go.
Thank you. I will stay and watch over Senya in case she wakes.
I'll go prep the shuttle.
Yeah, exactly, Nerozaz. I mean, you're right, Mr. Red, but Nerozaz's reaction is certainly mine. It took them a long time to turn Vitiate into a character I gave a damn about. Lord knows the actor didn't hurt.
Scans detect only one structure emitting signs of life.
The whole oh, is this where I think it is?
Like the Force is hollow.
I think this is...
I felt it too.
The Force flows through every living thing, Theron. Even you.
The Emperor corrupted the Force on Ziost and drove everyone mad with bloodlust, but here I barely sense the Force at all.
The effects will be stronger on the surface. The absence of the Force could drive us mad.
My power is limited here, but I will do what I can to shield you and your companions from the worst effects of the Void.
Taking us down.
Yeah, I think this is Medrius.
Greetings, Empress. It has been far too long.
Where is Jarek?
Waiting for you in his lab. Do you remember the way?
Wait here.
I'll keep an eye on the shuttle. Call if you need me.
So... there was once a kid named Tenebrae. He didn't really have a good relationship with his mother. And he had a worse relationship with his father. He figured out a ritual. So, what happened here isn't a true wound in the Force. That's different. That's a... picture like a gaping... picture like a creature that's bleeding. That's a wound in the Force. This, there's no creature here at all. It's been erased completely. Yeah, picture, if you want to keep the creature going, picture a husk of a creature. Completely hollow. There's emptiness there. This is Medrius, aka Nathema. Not a black hole. A black hole is actually very dense. This isn't. This is an absence. This is not. I like how they portray it. Usually I don't like browns and grays, but this is actually good usage of palette. Congratulations, Lataria. Forgive me for not answering your question immediately, but I'll circle back to it in a minute. Yeah, this... so in contrast to something like, say, Corellia, which was just kind of vacuous and not really well designed. This clearly gets across an idea of how much ruin this really is. There's a lot of deep. You can tell they put some effort into this place. Look at this. And this is, of course, why Vitiate can't be redeemed. Why Tenebrae can't be redeemed. Whoop. Because this was only the first million, billion, whatever people he killed. Long frickin' time ago. And yeah, got a couple of encounters. Scripted, actually. It's probably the guard she left just outside. Yeah, Tenebrae thought, this is great. And if you think about it, anybody who could eat the total force and life of an entire planet, that's a hell of a boost. It's one of the only reasons it's never quite bothered me how much raw power Vitiate had. And yes, this is what the galaxy would look like if he succeeded. This is what he wanted. Would have been Marco Ragnos' time, I'm pretty sure. I think it was Ragnos who specifically found Vitiate and, well, excuse me, found Tenebrae and gave him the name Vitiate. No, I didn't know this was coming, Jay Palmer. I really didn't. Hurts.
I've got you.
I never heard any criticism for Mass Effect 1's dungeon problem, because you're absolutely right. Like, all the optional dungeons are just repeats of each other, right? You've got that one big building that you go into the ground floor, and then there's a second floor. Then you've got, like, the interlinking, like, modules where you go there and here, right? Like, if I describe them, you will be able to mentally recognize virtually every dungeon I could describe in Mass Effect 1.
The void, its hunger. It wants to devour me, mind and spirit. Annihilate every trace of my existence.
That's not going to happen. Valkorion said he can protect us.
For once, I hope he's right.
Keeping the void at bay requires nearly all my strength. But it will also hide us from Valen's awareness.
Let's see if we can get these doors open.
Yeah, I imagine we will not be kind to Mass Effect 1 when we get there. For the dungeons, specifically, I mean. Yeah, honestly, as weird as this may sound, we should probably be weaker here than a normal person is, than a normal Force user is. We are so powerful in the Force, as all four of the Force users. This should really get to us.
A good thing you were not armed with such a weapon as a child. I fear none of my pets would have survived.
Why did your beasts attack me, Jarek? I am the Empress now, not a prisoner.
They respond to fear and hate. If you could learn to control your emotions, like your father, they would not trouble you.
I am not like Valkorion. You told me you'd made a breakthrough.
Everything is prepared, Empress, in the main lab.
I don't know if it's rose-tinted glasses, Latario, but something I've said for years is that people were more positive about BioWare, not because they did good stories, but because they prioritized
Okay,
story.
I'm ready. For anything.
And they were one of the only ones who could actually do that. Or, excuse me, one of the only ones who were actually doing that back in the day. Yeah, also, Lady, not being like Valkorion, that's probably a good thing. Just saying. I honestly don't think Valen wants to rule or wants the benefit of rule. I legitimately don't think either has actually occurred to her.
Valkorion has given me free reign over his child. Death is the only line I am forbidden to cross. Fortunately, he has provided numerous subjects to test my more radical experiments on first.
I think the only word I would use for Valen regarding the Empire is it's her current toy.
I've got you.
Yeah, honestly, she pulls off the kid with the gun better than Arkin ever did.
The beasts ripped a young man apart. He died screaming in front of Valen, but she made no move to help. Things are progressing well.
Valkorion turned his daughter into a monster.
Or he simply awoke her in a monster.
Sorry, Pillars of Snow. Squeeb? Isn't that, like a person who doesn't understand human interactions or something like that? I've only heard it a couple of times. It's one of the latest insult words I've heard, though.
I made Valen observe our dissections today. Showed her each twisted, broken corpse from every failed experiment. I let her see the damage caused by the implants and chemicals. Now she knows what lies ahead.
This is almost worse than Jack. But yeah, all of a sudden we're Mass Effect 2ing it up here. Not that I really mind, just... Eesh.
Valen killed another keeper today. She must learn that defiance has consequences. Isolation, fear, pain. Sometimes the simplest tools are the most effective. Conventional methods only go so far. But the last subject I brought to the chamber went mad and clawed his own eyes out. I must recalibrate the machines before I use them on Valen.
No, I cannot, Lataria.
Take a breath.
I thought Valen would scream, or cry, maybe even beg for mercy. But when the pain from the machines became too much to bear, she started laughing. A hideous, high-pitched cackle. The glorious sound of her spirit breaking.
Buddy, if you're not dead at her hands in like 5 minutes, you're gonna be... It is coffee to me, but the problem, Latario, is Crazy Norse is correct. We don't really have time for me to go down the list, so to speak.
I have returned to Nathema years after I once helped Valkorion tame his child. Now Valen wants me to undo her conditioning. Failure is not an option.
Sith. Jedi.
I can still feel the suffering of their final moments.
Valen will go to any length to break her conditioning.
Can she actually undo what you did to her?
In theory, it is possible. In practice, even she may not be strong enough to survive the process.
If this doesn't work...
If you are strong enough to survive the process, your bonds will be broken.
Have any of your lab rats survived so far?
None were as strong as you. Is something wrong, Empress?
No. Let's begin.
Valen! You have to stop her!
We're running out of time. Come on!
That voice actress had a sore throat for 3 days after that.
Conventional methods only go so far. But the last subject I brought to the chamber went mad and clawed his own eyes out. I must recalibrate the machines before I use them on Valen.
I wouldn't call that... Well, actually, maybe he is concerned. After all, he wants a perfect host. Oh, damn it. Okay, fine.
Should feel better now.
So, concern for her as a person? No.
Or cry. Maybe even beg for mercy. But when the pain from the machine became too much to bear, she started laughing. A hideous, high-pitched cackle. The glorious sound of her spirit breaking.
I've got you.
And of course he doesn't say anything, but, you know, that's cool. Hello, Mike. We're a bit cutscene, Devo, but you can always put them in the queue. As I proved earlier, I do get through those eventually. Yeah, it didn't play for me. Nice reflexes.
Wait! I am not your enemy!
I
Yes.
recognize you from the Holos.
Yes, you
You're the one
are.
in charge of this place.
I am Jarek, a humble servant of the Eternal Throne who merely does what he is told.
A justification for evil I've heard far too often.
The pursuit of scientific knowledge is not evil, though there are sometimes unforeseen consequences. Valen, something went wrong. Her power is racing out of control. When it erupts, the entire asylum will be destroyed. We can survive this cataclysm, but we need to work together.
This partnership's over the second you make a wrong move.
Your terms are agreeable. Valen's power has driven the Keepers and Beasts mad. I can guide you to safety, but you must protect me along the way. Hurry and stay close. It isn't far.
Should feel better now.
God, that's a terrible theory, Mike. That's awful. Ugh, no, I hate that idea. Ugh. That would make Palpatine old, the Sith. That would also make Palpatine Bane by extension. That'd also make Plagueis Bane if you want to get down to it.
To the end!
Of course, logically, that's why Palpatine was always trying to replace Vader. You can't just hop into Vader. Vader's all broken. That's not cool. We need someone, you know, in shape. You know, a little more tone. You know what I mean?
What is this place?
The Immortal Emperor's vault. Inside, Valkorion stored artifacts even he feared were too powerful and dangerous to use.
I cannot protect you from what lies inside.
You're not my guardian. Just a voice in my head that won't leave me alone.
My daughter. What have you done?
She's free. You must.
I can't hear you. You're fading.
Was that Valkyrian?
Ever since we arrived, he's been acting strangely.
The void could be affecting him. Or there could be more to Nathema than he's told us.
The power surge overloaded the circuits. We're trapped.
This vault has to have some kind of backup system to restore power.
There is. You must reactivate the power generator. But do be careful. Valkorian sealed deadly guardians in here to protect his treasures. After centuries of hibernation, I suspect they will be hungry.
Nothing's ever easy, is it?
Easy? What was that? Like, the second thing I ever had to do in my career was kill my own master. Actually, I chopped off his hand. Specifically because of a power play by his master. Oh, there it is. Keep expecting something to jump out and attack me.
Have you come to torment me again? No. I sense his presence, but it is faint, distant. You are not Tenebrae.
Are you talking about Valkorian?
Valkorian, Tenebrae, Vitiate, Emperor of the Sith. My low-born son has worn many masks. I am Lord Dramath. 1,000 years ago, I ruled this planet when it was a vibrant world named Madrias.
I never thought of Valkorian as having a father.
One of many offspring I sired. He was the least of my children, his mother a nameless peasant. But he murdered me, imprisoned my spirit, and turned Madrias into this.
You said this was once a lush and vibrant world. What happened?
He lured many Sith Lords here before consuming them in a dark ritual that wiped out all life on the planet.
He did something similar on Ziost.
His hunger for immortality must constantly be fed.
Why didn't he consume your spirit?
For 1,000 years he has taunted and tortured me. But now, salvation is at hand. This holocron has the power to destroy what remains of my essence. Grant me the release of oblivion.
I don't trust Valkorian. but I don't trust you either.
I can help you defeat Tenebrae. I know his weakness. This holocron is not just my prison. It can destroy him once and for all.
Every time Valkorion gets taken down, he pops up again in some other form.
He is immortal, but not invulnerable. This holocron is the instrument of his destruction. There will come a moment when Tenebrae is vulnerable. That is when you must strike. Until then, release me from my prison, keep the holocron close, and bide your time.
You know things about Valkorion that could be useful. Maybe we should keep you around for a while.
I have given you the key to end my son's existence. There is no purpose to keeping me alive.
Lana's right. We need every available weapon to defeat Valkorion, including you.
No, release me, I beg of you.
That explains Valkorion's behavior. He didn't want you snooping around in his vault.
Hold on to the holocron for now. Valkorion can't know we have it.
I've got a bad feeling about this.
I mean, if they didn't kill him, I was going to.
This will help. Jarek didn't make it. Pity.
Yeah, not sure I agree with that.
At least he was right about our escape route.
Did you find what you were looking for, Empress?
You tell me.
Nice lady.
I have never seen such power.
I have.
I am no longer chained.
And what of your former prison?
Tell our ships to leave orbit. Soon, there will be nothing left on Nathema but dust and ash.
You need to haul jets, Commander. Power readings spiking. The whole place is about to blow.
I'll pick you up outside.
Well, good thing I'm a smuggler. And I'm glad you liked it, Evolved Problem. Ooh. That was a while ago. That was when the book first came out, if I'm remembering correctly. Hello, cheating.
Take a breath.
I think she set the self-destruct with her mind. I don't know. Oh yeah, I suppose I could go back to the Run playlist. That's the wrong song. Yeah, good song, but not what I was going for.
At the evac location, Commander. Just waiting on you.
As fast as I can, Theron. 6 years ago. Wow. That makes sense. That's 3 places ago that I've lived at this point.
That place is about to come crashing down. Get out of there!
Theron.
I have returned to Nathema years after I once helped Valkorion tame his child. Now Valen wants me to undo her conditioning. Failure is not an option.
Got you on my sensors. You're close. You can make it.
And then we died at the last second.
Get in! You do love to cut it close, don't you?
Valen has broken her bonds. Now she will be stronger than ever.
Stopping time again? You're back to your old tricks.
My power has returned now that Nathema has been left behind. Did you discover anything significant inside my vault?
Something in particular you're worried about?
The artifacts hidden there are more dangerous than you can imagine. If you used them, it would be at your own peril.
Valen's long gone. What happened down there?
The Empress broke free from her conditioning. Now she's more dangerous than ever.
Then we must act quickly. What is our next move, Commander?
She may be stronger, but she's not invincible. We'll find a way to stop her.
Wouldn't mind a bit of R&R first. Or at least a nice long nap in my own bed.
You have a bed?
Setting a course for... Call coming in.
Commander, do you copy? Odessen is under attack.
Of course it is. Where else would she go first? She's got the fleet. And she's got the limiter off. Now she's just kind of smashing whatever she can while she can because she's been holding back.
This will help.
Or rather, being held back. So I still think the third book is not as good as the first or second Evolved Problem. Not that saying it was a bad, it's just I don't think it was as good. But it still had us a lot of good stuff to it. My biggest complaint was when they decided to make the Chronicles books not canon. That's what just made me go, ugh, really? So yeah, let's deal with the rabid dog, shall we?
Looks like Valen sent her entire fleet.
Where's the gravestone?
Odessen, I need a status report now.
Valen caught us in dry dock. Just installed the last of those new upgrades. Need a few minutes to recalibrate our systems.
Ground forces are holding the line until the gravestone's up, but we're outnumbered and outgunned.
Hold tight, Bay-1. Help is on the way.
You and Lana can lead the charge. I'll do more damage if I slip behind enemy lines.
I specifically ordered this battle to end quickly.
The Alliance is showing unexpected resistance. We still have the advantage, but the price of victory will be high.
Then pay it! Arkan is here. Mother, father, the Outlander. I will paint Odessen with their blood.
Here, this will help.
So, it wasn't just the BFA devs, Nero says. They came out with a new book, came out last year, July, called Grimoire of the Shadowlands and Beyond, which specifically retconned the Chronicles. Which was... that. That'd be funny if you could just throw therapist at someone. Like, more people just makes the process go by better, you know?
We could use more firepower. Maybe we can find something to clear a path through this battle.
Mind if I do? Hi!
Isaac, take you!
Yeah, therapists are actually consumables.
Isaac, take you!
Yeah, it sucks to be them, doesn't it, Evo? Odd. You're saying that to make fun of me, aren't you, Evo? God damn it. Alright, hang on, I have to go kill Evo really quick. There we go. Whew. That was a close one. Can't allow dissension in the ranks. Not even for my evil clone. Also, I have a pretty strong theory that part of the reason the Chronicle series discontinued, despite having good reception, great sales figures, is because so much of the original Warcraft writing staff doesn't work there anymore.
Justice for Valkorion!
It's a hard thing to overcome, you know?
Isaac, take you!
Well, there's two ways to take your sentence, Evo. Either you're saying it sarcastically, because how dare I not care about their story just because it's not canon, or you're saying it sincerely, and it sucks that, you know, the owners have decided to declare their works non-canon. And I assumed you meant the former. No, it absolutely is, Nero says. Which is why their decision to retcon that makes even less sense. Like, you had the frickin' encyclopedia, people. You made it! You made the encyclopedia. You sat down and codified Warcraft lore. Why did you change your mind on that?
Face justice!
Are you even here, Kano, by the way? I wonder if you could join in one of the other mechs over there. About as bad, J. Palmer. It was a damn shame. They started doing really good with the vehicle sections. But now we're back to this nonsense. Let's just say I've heard statements like that said before, Evo. And I know how anti-continuity you are. And how anti-me you are, obviously. Did it even summon you? I don't think it did. I don't think I could summon you all in this stupid tank. Hang on. Let me try something else real quick. That's why I'm thinking Arcana. That's why I moved back a bit. Okay, it looks like I was in combat with something. Oh, excuse me, Nero says. Excuse me. Let me do this section like this here. Did it let you? Nah, looks like that's a no. Damn. That would have been cool. Take note, BioWare. Not that you exist or care or will ever watch this stream. No, I feel bad for the writers too, though, Evo. Even though they don't work at Blizzard anymore. Like, imagine pouring your heart and soul into... It's not even just making a book. It's actually worse than that. What they did was they were codifying lore. Because Warcraft lore had been all over the place as a result of being hodgepodged by multiple different writers over the years. So, back during Pandaria, actually at the end of Kata, but whatever, there was a codified effort to sit down and say, this is canon. And that effort drifted into the games as well, but also resulted in the creation of the Chronicles books. And that was cool. That was awesome. It's like, here, Kwong.
Face justice.
Imagine having to sift and sort through all the crap of like a decade and a half of lore in order to decide this is what actually happened, and then that gets thrown away. And again, I don't actually even know why. I don't have an answer for why that was tossed out the window. Like, at least when Disney rebooted Star Wars and made the AU, there was a logic there. There was a reason I could point to and say, that's why they did that.
Enemy reinforcements coming in from the west.
I have no idea why they did that with Warcraft. Oh, thank you for being part of the show. I will put that towards the least popular WoW review blog. Oh yeah, where are you at, Arcana? make sure I can't hurt you. Looks like that was just a bug in that first area, because both the second and the third areas have not allowed me to friendly fire you. Which is good. I don't want to friendly fire you. I know, shocking. Yeah, it could be just simple pettiness. Pillars of Snow, I don't know. Okay, stop evading. Stop evading. Oh my god, stop evading. Dude, you know what? Hang on. I'm just gonna let you all evade. Bye.
Your carbonite tomb awaits!
God, way too many subs and donations today. Thank you, Churen. I will put that towards Age of Empires 2. And thank you, Rit. I will not put that towards anything. Oh my god, I can't do that while fighting, and I'm stuck in aggro with the walker, which will not walk over to kill me. What's funny is we do know definitively why they're soft rebooting WoW with Dragonflight. That's codified. And frankly, WoW kind of needs a soft reboot right now. Still doesn't explain the nonsense field. What the hell am I in aggro with? You son of a Submariner! Stop existing. Yeah, this is nowhere near as good as the second or the third section.
Status update.
Mando reinforcements heading Baywan's way.
Baywan's forces were protecting the ship. What happened?
They're still holding, but they need all the help they can get.
My students and I sought to defend the gravestone. Enemy artillery slowed our progress.
I got this. Ogorok gave me some toys to take out their big guns.
It's dangerous behind enemy lines, Vet. Watch your back.
Relax. They'll never even know I'm here.
If we hit the enemy forces from behind, we buy the gravestone some time.
Oh, okay. Good White Walker. You outstayed your welcome this time. I think that's actually Spewy 2. So, it's actually really simple, Zastel. You're probably thinking, it's for creative reasons, right? No. Oh, it's because the writers want... No. It's because of the desire to do a new story? No. It's because the money people felt like the Warcraft brand was being damaged. Therefore, they needed to distance themselves from the perception of modern WoW, which is totally the source of the problems, and hasn't been an issue this entire time or anything. I love this slow effect. There we go.
Hurry, we can't lose the gravestone.
Yeah?
Could have gone worse. Not sure how, but it could have.
So yeah, that's why Dragonflight has a built-in 5-year gap. Which has never happened before. Closest we ever came to that was the gap in between Wrath and Kata. It was 1 year in law. Who am I aggro with? Everyone dies. He failed. Correct, J. Palmer. It's what I would do, Naruzaz. Well, it's close to what I would do.
Enemy troops broke through the lines. They're trying to take the gravestone.
Simya and I are close. We won't let them take the ship.
I'll get on with it. Listen, we all know you're secretly a Hutherite, Evo. It's okay. We here, lore walkers. You could have done like a surprise attack, but... Okay.
Arkan and I are at the gravestone.
Last time we met, you were in a coma.
I awoke when I sensed Valen break her father's chains. And now I get to thank you for all you've done for me and for Arkan. It's time to repay our debt.
Heads up! Got some uninvited guests.
Hold fast. Lana and I are on the way.
We have to hurry. Without the gravestone, the battle is already lost.
So, you know what I would do, Naruzaz? And I want to stress, I'm not actually joking about this. It's going to sound like I'm joking or taking the piss, memeing or mocking or whatever, but I'm not. Are you familiar with Mortal Kombat lore? So for those of you not, somewhere around, I want to say Mortal Kombat 9? All the events of Mortal Kombat up to that time, which all followed a single timeline of events, it was all part of one continuity, kind of flashed across the screen. And then there's Raiden,
They can't hold the gravestone much longer. Come on!
who's had a vision of the future. Yeah, the memory transfer thing. I actually don't know the specifics right off the top of my head because I haven't seen the scene myself, but you get the idea. Now that is a soft reboot. It's not a hard reboot. But it shoved the timeline back, technically, to some of the earlier events in the franchise and allowed them to just kind of start doing their own thing, which, from everyone I know who's into Mortal Kombat lore, including myself, was a pretty universally positive thing. That's what I would do with Warcraft. The events of Shadowlands happened. The jailer's like, I'm super dumb. Ah! We've had a vision of what might be. And so, the launch event, the acclamation patch, is all about us doing something. I'd have to think about specifics, which basically prevents any of that from ever happening. That's a graphics bug. Look at that. Look at that. Do you see it? Yeah, no, exactly. So we go back in time. Well, I guess we have to kill these.
Here, this will help.
And, no, I would rewind to the end of Legion. BFA never happens. The purging of the atrocity of Teldrassil never happens. The Fourth War, the extremely improperly named Fourth War, never happens. The adventures in the Shadowlands never happen. Now, let's be clear, that would be a decent chunk of work, and people would hate it, but I don't care.
Would attack Odessen. Just like Voss, you gave us shelter. And now you're paying the price.
I helped you because I needed allies to stand against Valen.
We've chosen to stand with you, Commander.
We will not let Odessen fall to her.
Walkers coming our way. Too many.
That's 4. We could take 4. I agree, Nero says. Like, I couldn't even tell you right now, off the top of my head, what the consequences would be. Because that would be a sit and think about it kind of a thing. The acclamation event, the pre-launch event, would have to be substantial, too. You'd have to have, like, effectively a raid boss against Sylvanas. And, honestly, probably the jailer, too. Before he's empowered. Or maybe, the Nothrius might actually be a better pick.
Nice work. Now, show me what those guns can do against Valen's fleet.
Roger that.
The gravestone alone won't turn this battle. My sister's unleashing the full fury of the Eternal Empire on Odessen.
Conquest isn't enough. She seeks to annihilate us. For her, this is personal.
Valen won't stop until everyone on Odessen is dead. I won't let that happen.
If you lure her down to the surface, you can confront her face to face.
I'm on the enemy flank, joined up with Sana Ray. But we could use a little more firepower.
Lana, help Theron. I'm heading to the front lines. Valen needs to know exactly where to find me.
You won't have to face her alone. Arkan and I will join you.
I'm honored to have you fighting at my side.
The honor is ours, Commander. You've given us a chance to atone for our family's crimes. We won't waste it.
My daughter must be stopped at any cost. Got you.
We'd also have to deal with some of the other stuff, too, Nero's as. N'Zoth would still be outstanding. Everything to do with... Cahoon and N'Zoth and Ashara would all suddenly become outstanding problems, and would either have to be dealt with or used in the future. Oh, Arkan's not stealth. Got it. Okay. Oh, there's Pierce.
Dealing damage is its own reward.
Yeah, cool. Yeah, we can actually do something with the Drust. The Fourth War, completely ejected. Never had any reason to exist to begin with. I don't mean to sound anti-HVA, even though I totally am. But the truth is, that war, if you could even call it that, had no purpose in existing, other than to try and drum up player support for kill the other side. Which is an experiment that didn't really succeed. Oh yes, and let's actually just call the Hellscream War the Fourth War. Holy crap. Speaking as someone who doesn't think BFA and Shadowlands is as bad as some people make it out to be, I do think that if you were to both BFA and Shadowlands, it would be a net positive on Warcraft. I suppose obviously I think that, since my intended solution for both is to eject them from continuity entirely. Yeah, they did, J. Palmer. The HVA thing went away almost immediately. It's one of the reasons it's so insulting they call that the Fourth War. More like the Fourth Skirmish. Nah, I wouldn't do that, Yada. I'd just go ahead and do a Warcraft 1 remake. Because I friggin' wanna! You know what I'd actually do? Now that I'm thinking about it. I mentioned it's all a vision, right? Make it a false vision. Make it wrong. So, all that stuff, every story and lore element that that BFA and Shadowlands added to the game, gone. Who do I make to voice Thrall? That's a good question.
Go team.
Yeah, I could see Ashara trying to pull something like that. Hell, I could see N'Zoth trying to pull something like that. He is the trickster. That was his whole shtick. He was the weakest of all the old gods. Wait, I have to voice Thrall? Okay. In that case, who voices Doomhammer? Oh, regard of God. What is it you wish? Yeah, N'Zoth is definitely dead.
Gravestone has joined the battle, but our fleet numbers make victory inevitable.
Burn Odessen and bring me the ashes. I want them for my garden. Father's pet. I was just talking about you.
How many of your underlings do I have to butcher? Get down here and give me a challenge.
Oh, I intend to.
Now that I've broken Father's chains, I could crush you in a second. But that's too easy.
I will chew up your friends and grind your precious alliance into paste. When I finally hunt you down, you will beg me to end your suffering.
The longer you draw this out, the more time my agents have to infiltrate Zakuul and steal away your throne.
You're lying.
Oh, we got her attention.
My daughter has taken your bait.
We should clear out as many enemy troops as possible before my sister arrives.
Okie dokie. Neighborino. No, I wouldn't keep Azret at all. Azret was always a dumb idea. Tell me who that is. Whatever. And yeah, the more I see of her, the more I think she's basically Kylo Ren, but better. Well, better written. Better presented.
Sana Ray is leading our Force users in a counterstrike against the enemy flank.
Yeah, that was well in like that was a thing for most of Legion, J. Palmer. Now, you know what could make her even better? Imagine if she was acted by Adam Driver. My target was dead before I could shoot it. Well, since we're retconning, as in ejecting the jailer and all that crap, I just turned Sylvanas back into herself. You know, the story arc that you know, arguably should have always been there. Oh, that one worked.
Valen will be here soon. I want status updates.
Fried those artillery guns as promised. I guess they weren't happy about it. They kinda got me pinned down. I'm gonna need a little help.
That's not the only one in trouble. Enemy ambush cut us off. I'm the only one left. Position's about to be overrun.
Yeah, well, I've got about 2 minutes before they squash me like a bug.
Even you cannot save everyone, Outlander. By choosing who shall live, you also choose who shall die. You ready for that burden?
Vet, we're coming for you.
I knew I could count on you.
I'm not afraid to die. Just didn't think I'd go out like this.
You're not dead yet, Torian. Keep fighting. After we help Vet, we'll come for you.
I know how this ends. Just win the war. Don't let me die in vain.
Let's move. Vet needs our help.
I mean, of course I'm going to save Vet. What kind of statement is that? God, honestly, why would I hesitate there? Now, if it was between Vet and Galt, I'd be like, oh, God. You're right, I did mention that, Blade Tribal. I didn't think the game would actually, like, go somewhere with that.
Here.
Wait. Hold up.
How long do you think Vet can hold her position?
Long enough for us to get there, I hope.
People have different tastes, Crazy Norse? Are you sure? Is that legal? No, that was too long ago. I kind of figured they were done with it, Latario. Oh my God, J. Palmer.
We're almost there.
I hope we're not too late.
God damn it, they are not de-aggroing at all. They do not want to de-aggro. They probably won't, ever. Unless I can trigger a cutscene. It's just 7 billion miles this way, Jesus. Oh my God, and There's enemies in the way. I'll save you, Vet. Let me just... What's the vanish called? On an Inquisitor? It's okay, we're gonna do that too, Latario. Just for the novelty of it, really.
I will not fail!
Hey, Vet. What's up? Marry me, Vet. And by me, I mean, you know, Nishia. Marry Nishia. She needs some love in her life. You know what irritates me the most about BFA? There are individual moments and lines in it that are really, really good. Where is our home?
Vet, are you hurt?
Roughed up a bit, but I'll survive. Not going to lie, I started to wonder if you'd make it.
I said I'd come for you, Vet. I don't break promises with my friends.
Let's go save Torian.
I'm grateful for that. Thank you. What about Torian?
Torian, do you copy? We're coming for you next.
Wrong again, Outlander. I found your Mandalorian pet. Now he's all mine.
You've got my attention.
Good. That was the point.
When the Outlander comes for you, Arkin and I will be at her side.
I'm counting on it, Mother. You got what you wanted. I'm on Odessen. Now let's end this.
Tell me where, and I'll find you. Just let Torian go.
That isn't how this works. I'm sending you a location. We meet there. Whoa. Feeling a bit lightheaded. I'll stay here and recover while you go smack Valen all the way back to Zakul.
Damn it, Arkin. I was about to say, Gravestone, I'm giving you some coordinates. Can I get some support fire at this location right now? Yeah, the biggest problem with Miss Proudmoore's arc in BFA isn't the arc itself. It's the giant gap in between the two halves of it, really. Yep, I'm gonna invent golf by clubbing her head into a hole. Damn it, Arkin.
Ukarov's position is overrun. Send in troops to cover their retreat.
I've got your back.
obviously they'd be a neutral race because there's no Horde or Alliance anymore. Right? Gameplay-wise, well... That's actually a better question.
Sonoray's forces are being pushed back. Reinforcements heading her way.
You see, Evo doesn't believe in love. She's actually secretly a Jedi. Oh my god, that makes so much sense.
Here.
Only dead men fight fair.
The dead are the powerful. Okay, fine. You're, I don't have another joking answer there. You're Agent Smith. There we go. Perfect. Nailed it. Post, obviously.
Finally, I was getting bored. And when I get bored, prisoners start losing limbs.
It doesn't matter what happens to me, Commander. Just take her down.
Let me speak to Father.
He doesn't always come when I call.
Of course. You're just a tool at his disposal. Pathetic. What did Father ever see in you? Did he really think you could steal my throne?
You are not worthy of the throne. You are not fit to rule the Eternal Empire.
I'm more deserving than your new puppet. She can't even protect her own people.
You sick, twisted. Torin didn't deserve to die like that.
Only the strong get what they deserve. Isn't that right, Father?
She won't stop until all your allies lie dead at her feet. You know what you must do.
She's
Even
turbo dead.
Valkorion is too scared to face me now that my chains are broken.
We aren't afraid.
Enough blood has been spilled. This has to stop.
Do you have any last words before I end this pitiful family reunion?
I've given you every chance, Valen, but you've left me no choice. You can't be saved.
I never wanted to be.
Got you.
Time
Oh,
to
God damn it.
die, Father!
Hang on. Damn it, I had a song queued up just for this and it screwed up on me. It's okay, I have a backup.
For a puppet, you fight well.
By the way, the name of this song, for those of you not getting it, Beauty is a Sin.
all Odessen will burn.
This isn't over. Even now, my daughter is a threat.
Oh, Father, you know me so well.
Yeah, I thought you died at first.
I have no more power over Valen. Only you are strong enough to stop this.
The Eternal Throne is mine!
The throne needs a strong ruler. Someone like me.
The Eternal Fleet just retreated. Every single ship. Gone.
Enemy lines have broken. It's a rout. They're surrendering by the thousands.
My sister's rage was the only thing giving her troops the will to fight.
Then it's over. We won.
Not yet. This doesn't end until I'm sitting on the Eternal Throne.
But I really don't want to. I was just saying that to piss her off. Also, we've still got another chapter left. Yeah, the what do they call that in KOTOR? Battle something.
I still can't believe Torian's gone.
He sacrificed himself so our cause could live on.
We will honor his memory, along with everyone who fell defending Odessen.
We need to talk about my sister's death. I felt something when you struck her down, like her life force flowed into you.
Yeah, I noticed.
This happened once before, when Valkorion died.
Unlike my father, Valen didn't have the power to transfer his spirit to a new host. It's possible you simply absorbed her strength while her spirit was obliterated. I hope that's all it was.
What are you saying, Valen's not really dead? Or do you think Valkorion is up to something?
I don't know. Something strange happened. And we both know my father can't be trusted. Be careful.
Commander, urgent distress call coming in from Empress Ascena.
Drummoncass is under attack. The Eternal Fleet is bombing us from orbit.
We won't abandon an ally. I'm sending our fleet, Empress, with the gravestone at its head.
It's not just the Sith who are under attack, Commander. I'm picking up urgent distress signals from Coruscant and the other core worlds.
We know Valen didn't order this. The Gemini captains must have gone rogue.
There's more. Emergency calls coming in from Zakul. The Eternal Fleet set up a blockade. They're bombing them into oblivion.
I won't sit by while the Eternal Fleet wipes out billions of lives.
You cannot solve this with your armies and fleets. The Eternal Throne sits empty, leaderless. The fleet has reverted to its most primal function, extermination. Unchecked, they will destroy all life in the galaxy. There is only one way to stop them. Claim the Eternal Throne and seize your destiny.
Ready
I was
to
wondering.
We're going to Zakul.
See, the thing that's been bothering me in the back of my mind is why would we ever actually claim the Eternal Throne? Sure, Valkorion wants us to, but that's a really good reason to not want to do so. And of course, we can taunt people with it and talk about it, but there's lots of different interpretations of player choice, or options, which lead to not wanting it, right? Like, yeah, it's the dark side choice to join the throne, but what about players who aren't going dark side? So there needed to be a lore reason to claim the throne no matter what. This isn't that bad of a reason. And yeah, we actually established back in Iokath that this is what the fleet's default operation is. To run around and to just kind of destroy things as part of the War Games initiative. And yes, obvious parallels to the Frozen Throne are obvious. How do I actually start the next chapter? And you might wonder, why do they need us to take the throne? Well, I have a theory about that. A lore theory. I'm going to relog really quick, see if that fixes it. No, it's got an issue, J. Palmer, which I'd rather avoid if I have to, or if I can. Hitting the play button cancels my current position in the story. It's a bug I've actually already encountered twice before. Usually I could just re-trigger my position in the story and move forwards. If this doesn't work, I'll just pull the trigger and say screw it. Hopefully it won't lose progress. Yeah, looks like it's not right. Yes, I know I'm going to lose my position. There we go. What? I'm playing this now?
Another. Fight. Fresh reminder, Tenebrae is one of the most evil people in the entire setting.
believe I'm saying this, but I agree. Tenebrae is actually more evil than Palpatine. Tenebrae is his birth name. I'm gonna start calling him that for reasons that
Stay behind me.
I've already kind of covered.
Valen, come on. You know, something else occurs to me. Palpatine is more traditionally evil. He is the devil type of evil, the demon. He hates you. Tenebrae is different. Tenebrae does not care about you. He's actually more eldritch in that matter. Another distinction. Palpatine is smarter. He had to be. Tenebrae is stronger. He doesn't have to be smarter. He doesn't have to use his brains. He can, and he does, but he usually doesn't have to. Yeah, he doesn't need to play the waiting game. He doesn't need to spend a decade cultivating a friendship with the most powerful Force user in the galaxy.
You are ready.
Commander, what's wrong?
I had another nightmare. I was about to take the throne, but Valen was there, waiting for me.
She's gone now. It's her father we should worry about.
Whatever he pulls, I'll be ready. Did you bring the holocron?
I've been studying it since we escaped Nathema. The relic's function remains a mystery, but its power is undeniable. If it can protect you from Valkorion.
Do you actually believe that dusty trinket can harm me?
I think it scares you for a reason.
My only fear is that you will lose sight of our goal. Seek the Eternal Throne. We have sacrificed too much to turn on each other now.
I felt his presence. How can you stand it?
I'd plug my ears, but Valkorion would still find a way to rant and rave.
We'll rid you of him soon enough.
Commander, to the bridge.
Your crew's ready. It's time. Here, this will help.
What's funny? My personal take. I've always enjoyed the idea that Palpatine is powerful. But not super ridiculous powerful, right? Because it doesn't need to be. It's out of character, narratively speaking. It doesn't need to be. He can outthink and outmaneuver and outplan and outscheme. Yeah, he has to put in effort, and I kind of like that about the character. Yeah, Vader was the blunt instrument. Exactly, Papa Neeks. Oh, sorry, let me grab you here. And ironically, this kind of goes back to what I was talking about earlier. I honestly think Palpatine, in this position, would be making us just dance like a puppet. Because that's what he's best at. Valkorion doesn't have to do that stuff normally. I mentioned this just a couple of days ago. He doesn't have to manipulate. He doesn't have to outmaneuver people generally. He just walks in and goes... So you could tell, and I think the writing and the voice acting support this, you could tell he's not handling this situation or us as well as he'd like to. That he's not as good at adapting. I've seen a lot of takes like that, Drax.
At last, the time has come to take the Eternal Throne.
Empress Valen has fallen. In her absence, the Eternal Fleet rampages across known space, threatening to wipe out all life in the galaxy. There's only one way to stop them. We must seize the throne.
Problem is, those warships are blockading Zakul, and bombing the city to rubble.
The fleet will stop at nothing to protect the throne. No ship can break their blockade, not even to flee for safety.
You know the Eternal Fleet better than anyone, Archon. How do we break their blockade?
You don't. The fleet was built on technology beyond anything in the Alliance.
Except my favorite ship. If I reroute power to the Gravestone shields, we'll crack that blockade.
Then it's settled. When do we reach Zakul?
Now!
It also applies in Vampire the Masquerade, Papa Neeks. The truly ancient vampires in that setting are ludicrously powerful.
Shields up. It's been nice knowing you, Commander.
Break that blockade.
Yeah, I'm done screwing around, you little 8-bit clown. I was thinking of one in particular, and I forget which one it was.
Stations for the Alliance.
The one who made a mess of the entire Middle East by himself. They had to like hit him from orbit with a sunbeam.
We will join your fight, Commander.
I started this war. Now, I'll help you end it.
Let's take the throne and save your homeworld.
For Zakul.
For the Alliance.
For Azeroth. There, wait. Oh god, Ravnos was Gen 3. That's hysterical. But yeah, someone earlier mentioned in chat, I want to say it out loud because it's really valid. Palpatine could beat anybody one-on-one. Probably 2-on-1, probably 3-on-1, and he's shown that. The way he just plays with Maul and Savage is a good demonstration of Palpatine's power level. But if all the Jedi just attacked Palpatine, Palpatine would lose that fight. He would have to bail. And he would be smart enough to recognize he did have to bail. But my point is, if there was no fleeing, if it was just them versus him, he'd lose. Valkorion, that is to say Tenebrae, that's actually not non-joking. That's one of my favorite fights in all of Star Wars. Is Palpatine versus Maul and Savage. Just brilliant. Brilliant episode. Brilliant fight. The part where Palpatine just turns off his lightsaber. I was just like, yeah, no, I got this. Just starts dodging them without actually even having a weapon out. God. Ah, see, that's an interesting question, Lo. So, the movies don't go into this that much, but a lot of the Jedi Masters are not good at fighting other people with a lightsaber. Dooku was considered unusual for studying dueling techniques, considering that Jedi don't fight other lightsabers. They don't fight other Jedi, right? Palpatine is really good at fighting other Jedi. So, in my opinion, the Jedi Masters, despite their relative power level, they were never going to be able to do anything against Palpatine just because he was fighting a game they were not familiar with, right? Other summons. Mace was the exception. Which makes sense for a lot of reasons. Hang on, I'm going to pull up the final dungeon playlist for this. Let's go hard. Skydriver. With Arkin around, I don't think stealth is a possibility. Honestly, they really were Space Cadet. One of my favorite lines from the Episode 3 book is, the Jedi lost the moment they decided to go to war at all. I know that's not quite related to what you're mentioning, but it's related. You're right, Crazy Norse. You'll notice I have yet to give a story negative here. I can't think of one yet. We might. We've got the finale here. They've got a chance to screw it up at the outro. But this is, in many ways, an actual outro, like this was a real RPG. And honestly, that's KotET in a nutshell. It's a frickin' BioWare RPG. KotFi kind of started that, but KotET really brought that home. Like, you could tell.
Here.
I'm looking forward to seeing what bronze number this gets. No, exactly, Space Cadet. That's the brilliance of it. That's why I love that particular plot point, and when it comes to Star Wars Rewrite, I'm going to have to think very carefully about what I do with that. Because the Clone Wars was the Kobayashi Maru. It was always intended to be the Kobayashi Maru. 87, J. Palmer. And only very briefly, Mr. Red.
Tight's Gauntlet. A favorite tactic among the Knights of Zakul.
Tight's Fist.
When I was in charge, the Knights had better aim.
Bullseye. Indozal reporting for duty. Full of vigor and raring to serve the Alliance.
Though that splash shot may have dislocated my shoulder.
I knew we could count on you. Now give the signal and send the rebels to join the fight.
My pleasure, Outlander. My compatriots borrowed artillery from the local militia. They'll begin raining fire any moment now, I'm sure of it.
You and your friends will all have a place in the Alliance once this is over.
I'm getting all misty. Now, if you'll excuse me, I must plan for your ascension to the throne. It will be my grandest party yet.
Look forward to it. Oh, we super are Ikit. And I am curious where that's going. Because there are 2 expansions after this. I've played Legion before. Yeah, don't spoil. I'm worried, to be blunt. I mean, to be blunt, even if we didn't have the fleet, the political power we now wield is absolutely insane. Not by virtue of having a position of legality and authority, but because of the fact that half the galaxy listens to us willingly. We are the hero who beat the Eternal Empire. It's hard to put a price tag on that kind of polity. Exactly, Crazy Norse. I was going to say, I'm also getting some Inquisition vibes, which is funny, because that's not the first time we've compared this to Inquisition.
Face justice!
Depends on the setting, Lord Aramont. I actually have an entire story centered around that exact idea. Lots and lots of people are turning to the grand hero who was renowned for killing the big evil guy.
Victory is almost upon us, but you ignore a closer threat. A disgraced former emperor, and his mother, a knight turned traitor. Strike down my family, and you will face no competition for the throne.
Your family helped me save Odessen and defeat Valen. I won't turn against them now.
Do not underestimate the temptation of the Eternal Throne.
That's a good question, Crazy Norse.
The Republic suffers. And the Sith Empire crumbles. Only you can pacify the throne and end this cycle of violence.
Yeah, I think Palpatine would be doing a better job of this. And again, I don't mean that as a derogatory.
It is very in character for Tenebrae to have such crude, broad, sweeping manipulations. He's basically saying, check it out. Hey, you like candy? I got a lollipop. Check it out. It's really good. It's really, like, look at this thing. It's like, I think it's watermelon and strawberry. Pretty sure. Huh? That's a sketch. It's a cinnamon donut with apple filling. Huh? Huh? Yeah, the funny thing is, I was thinking of the same thing. What do you want to bet that, 300 years ago or whatever it was, when Tenebrae reached out to Valkorion, the original Valkorion, Valkorion bought this hook, line, and sinker. It was just like, ooh, shiny. Considering the timeline, I'm pretty sure that Valkorion, the original, was possessed long before the kids. Blech. The kids have nothing preventing their aging that I'm aware of. And last I checked, Valkorion became the Eternal Emperor about 3 centuries ago. I know, right, cheating? It's almost like it served as a bit of an internal purge. If you were pro-Emperor, you were probably too stupid to really be worthwhile. So you were killed or abandoned, which left some of the slightly more intelligent people in charge. Alright, so, who's ready for everything to go badly? There it is. Arkin?
I took my brother's life here, provoked Valen's anger, abandoned the people of Zakul. I am not fit to rule. I never was.
You were following Valkorion's twisted example, but you're a better man than he ever was.
And you are even stronger. Claim the throne, Commander. You have earned it.
I'm out of liquid. Yeah, and could you hurry? In fact, hang on, I have a song ready for this. Welcome.
The fleet has gone quiet.
You did it, Commander.
Well done. After years of strife, you have become Empress of Zakul, commander of the fleet, and heir to the eternal throne.
Your family's caused enough damage. I won't let the throne fall into the wrong hands again.
Neither will I.
No!
Stop, Father!
I once offered you mercy in this very room, but you refused to bow. Now, you have no choice.
I'm ready for whatever you're... Ah!
Bow.
As you command, my Emperor.
You're an exemplary pawn. One I forged into a vessel of supreme power, worthy of preserving my spirit. Now I take your body as my own, and rule once more as the immortal Emperor.
Stop talking, and show me what you're made of.
So be it.
Yeah, this is what I figured his endgame always was.
Wake up. Wake up! What happened?
He is such a blunt instrument. This is exactly what he wanted all along. A better host body, since Valen wasn't a sufficient one. And neither were his two sons. Yeah, I saw that coming too.
You're the Alliance Commander, formerly the Emperor's Wrath. You wear Valkorian's skin, but you're the same person you always were.
Valkorian's trying to break me.
He already broke you. Valkorian shattered your mind and tossed you into the abyss of your psyche. He thinks you're dead, but you survived by assuming his form. Find the holocron. Save yourself.
Okay, I'll give you that one game. That's awesome. Look at all those abilities. Oh my god. Oh, that's cool. It's not actually frozen, it's just super slow-mo. Good. God, that's doing some damage. Sith fighting Zakul Knights, by the way. As with all vehicle sections, this could outstay its welcome, so let's see how this works out, shall we? Exactly, Kira White Noise. Once again, this fits perfectly for the Sith Warrior specifically. I can also see this for the Sith Inquisitor. In both cases, we know how to outmaneuver and outplay our enemies, not just out brute force them. Not so much Jedi Knight. I could see Consular as well. Oh yeah, by the way, Dark Ritual steals the life force from all enemies in range, healing you, slowing movement of the target, and immobilizing weak and standard enemies. You just sit there and channel a massive vampiric steel of death. Or we could be a smuggler. There's the cool. God, this is cool. I like this. This is well directed.
tattered banners, and of course the Eternal Fleet in the distance. Lots of people chained to the ruins. Lots of people. Oh yeah, we also have Megadeth, which fires a blast of telekinetic energy, dealing internal damage. That's specifically the thing he used to kill Mar.
Valkorion has poisoned your mind. Cleanse your corrupted memories or you'll be trapped here forever.
Oh yeah, the art department was on point here. Absolutely. Yeah, that's it. Well, I've got 3 separate blinks. Immortal memory of the immortal Emperor of Zakul, and a memory of the fallen Emperor of Zakul.
When you helped my son strike me down, I refused to surrender to mortality. My spirit invaded your mind in search of a new purpose. You resisted.
Now that's interesting. That implies that the first time he went to remember the first thing in the mind section we had way back at the very beginning of KotET? That means that wasn't him being like, I'm going to manipulate or whatever. He was just straight up trying to take us at that point. He just failed at it. That is so in character for Tenebrae. Memory. The mother he calls the Vengeful Enforcer. And of course, Arkin is the fallen Emperor.
Locked in your mind, I conducted experiments to save my curiosity. I offered you my power, and you accepted. I pushed you to defy Arkin, but instead you recruited him.
Oh yeah, and there's his daughter, who doesn't even have a freaking title. You know what's really, really funny to me? I bet this is deliberate. They don't have any names. Exactly, Blade Chaval. They're not even people to him. Fallen Lord of the Sith, Mar. Grandmaster of the Jedi Order, Satele.
I pretended to abandon you on Odessen, but my departure was a ruse. Trapped in your mind, I silently observed how you behaved in my absence. Your strength grew, your vulnerabilities festered.
That makes sense to me. It's why he doesn't care what name he's called or what name he wears. It's why he bounces around as Vitiate or Valkorion. Because none of them are him. It's just a new pair of clothes that he changes into and out of. I bet he hates the idea of being called Tenebrae. The HK thing, droid prototype.
In time, my curiosity eroded, and a plan began to take shape. I would hollow out your mind, take possession of your body and ascend to the Eternal Throne. But first, I require new weapons to conquer your psyche.
No, Bobbinix. And I never will. Thought I'd try it. You couldn't pay me enough to do it. Kinda literally. Seriously, don't donate for it. I'm not doing it. We're done. We're done. Torian's the fallen companion. Valen is the vanquished Empress of Zakul. Redeemed son of Zakul. That's funny.
I urged you to harm Valen, and when she threatened your life, I made her kneel before the dragon of Zakul. By striking her down, you unleashed her spirit and gave me the key to your ruin.
Ironically, yes and no, Lothario. You'll notice that it effectively took a complete reboot of his character to make him interesting. The Vitiate that we see in Vanilla Tor is still a pathetic and terrible character, which deserves the negatives I gave him.
Take the holocron. Save yourself.
Really, yeah, Crazy Norse.
The Outlander's alive.
Father conquered her mind, but she's fighting back.
Look out!
No, Tara, we have 2 more expansions.
You persist. Impressive.
You may take my body, but you can't have my mind.
A minor inconvenience. When you struck down Valen, I consumed her essence. Her spirit is now mine to command.
Let me go or I'll chop you into little pieces.
Submit, my child.
As you wish.
First you have me kill Valen, then you enslave her spirit.
You sound disturbed.
This is cruel, Valkorian. Even for you.
Save your judgment and prepare for your downfall.
I have one last surprise for you. Tenebrae.
Father. Your mother should have obeyed my orders and drowned you when she had the chance.
I ended Mother's suffering long ago, but your torment is just beginning.
You both poison everything you touch. It's no wonder your children turned against you.
Tenebrae was an abomination long before I first met him.
Enough! I killed you once, Father. Now, my offspring will share the pleasure. Annihilate them!
Fairness, she did die, Lotario, so yeah, her suffering did end. Alright, move, please. There we go. Yeah, you can tell he really did not like his father coming back out. Well, let's try one, see what happens. Because she's got a lot of health. Dramoth was a terrible person, let's be clear. That did a bit of damage. As a reminder, he tortured his mother to death. Let's be very clear about this. No, Dramoth was just a Sith. Really bad timing, Tara. Hang on a second. To be clear, Tenebrae tortured his mother to death.
Tenebrae, join me in death!
Thank you, Tara. I got it for StarCraft.
Dremeth pierced my armor at the cost of his life.
soon, you will follow him into oblivion. Rise, my child.
I am yours to command, Father.
How about we make things interesting?
That felt lovely.
Enough! Vanquish the Outlander!
I have a better idea, Father. The Outlander's toy set me free.
Take the holocron, Arkan. The Outlander needs you.
Father is too strong.
You've proven yourself stronger. Show him the man you've become.
I won't let you face him alone.
Touchy. Valen, strike down the brother who betrayed you, and the Outlander who stole your life away.
Father makes a good point, for once.
Attack us and forever be Valkorian slaves. Join us and fight for the freedom that stole from you as a child. It's your choice.
Choice. I could get used to that.
Such a waste.
Now I see why you locked me away, Father. You knew I'd surpass you. You were afraid. I'm going to enjoy watching you squirm.
You have won over my children. Now you will all be consumed by eternity!
You can tell he's getting pissed, too.
All fixed up. You really think you can face the full power of the Eternal Emperor?
Boy's got some hell. 10 million of it.
You really think you can face the full power of the Eternal Emperor? Enough! Conjure 100 more holocrons, an arsenal of superweapons. Nothing will stop me.
You're wrong, Valkorian. Kneel before the Dragon of Zakul.
I wondered.
works against Valen.
Whom you ate.
You've spent 100 lifetimes putting people in cages. Here's yours.
Impossible!
Kneel, father! Kneel before the Dragon of Zakul!
It's over. Let go.
Senya.
Guess we dealt with all the bajillions of droids.
You've turned your back on this family for the last time.
I am the immortal Emperor.
You cannot defeat me.
The end's almost here. What do you have to say for yourself?
Before I graced you with my presence, you were nothing but motes of filth drowning in the chaos of the void. And you, a lone Sith betrayed by your master and left for dead. I gave you a second life, anointed you my wrath, forged into a being worthy of the eternal throne. Without me, you are nothing.
Thus ends the reign of the immortal Emperor.
Valkyrian.
Go. Join my brother.
Ha! How does it feel to be erased from the galaxy?
It's over.
You defeated Valkorion. Once and for all.
The immortal Emperor may be gone, but he left the galaxy in shambles. It's time to clean up his mess.
The galaxy needs a leader if it ever hopes to fully recover.
I've opened a system-wide hollow channel. The galaxy's ready to meet the new Empress.
I'm no Empress. People of the galaxy, the war is over. The Eternal Fleet is pacified. Today marks the end of the Eternal Empire. The people of Zakul are now free to rule themselves. I will transform the throne into a beacon of peace, dedicated to helping Zakul recover from a war that nearly destroyed us all. We faced the full might of the Eternal Fleet, watched cities fall, friends die. We have suffered for the last time. The Eternal Fleet will now serve as a benevolent armada, delivering supplies, transporting refugees, and healing the damage this war inflicted. We must now look forward, beyond our homes, to the stars that surround us. This will be our new frontier, as we work together to rebuild the galaxy. By trusting in each other, we begin a new era in galactic history. The Age of the Eternal Alliance.
That was damn good. Jesus Christ. That was damn good. If memory serves, we're not actually even done with the expansion as far as we're qualifying it. Because we've still got patch stuff with Fractured Alliance, which we're counting as part of KotET. KotET, excuse me. However, I'm going to be blunt. If Tor ended right there, done. Sold. No joke. Oh, and the reason for this song is this is the song that plays over the ending of StarCraft 1, if you remember. I was doubtful, Crazy Norse. You're absolutely right. I thought that was a bad sign. I mean, God's sakes. You know what the bronze number was for KotFi? Negative 4.1. Yeah, I know, Mike. Come on. What is this? FF14? I mean, if we just stopped here... but of course we can't. Yeah, we need to play through this as a smuggler. Hold on a second. Hold on a second. I had a weird thought. December 2nd, 2016. The Last Jedi came out early 2017. Nope, I'm wrong. Late 2017. Sorry. I was reading that wrong. Interesting. Let me explain that a little bit. Obviously, the sequel trilogies sold quite well, but sales don't tell the whole story, as I've talked about many times. And one of the things that MMOs tend to do is they have a bit of momentum to them. If there's a patch or an expansion that does really, really well, the player base comes up, but it takes a while for it to come back down again, right? Like there's that momentum to it, right? This is true for all MMOs. This has been true since the 90s. It's nothing new. And I find myself wondering if this is the boost that has allowed Tor to endure for the last 6 years at this point. What I mean by that is I have, of course, no idea how good this stuff is after this point. But again, it almost doesn't matter because of what I just talked about. You have one really good expansion that will carry your MMO. That's just math. I don't know what Echoes of Oblivion is. Scrolling down a bit here. Yeah, I don't even see Echoes of Oblivion on the list, so I don't know what that is. But what we are doing next is what I'm referring to as the patch KotET content, which is Fractured Alliances. Then we'll chop off the bronze number for KotET. Then we'll do Jedi Under Siege, which is a lead-in to Onslaught and will be considered part of Onslaught. Ah, there it is. I see it. Echoes of Oblivion. I see it. Really, Oculus? Hang on. Alright, Oculus is dead. Thank goodness. Whew. I do think Tenebrae is a good character in this. Yes, Django. Oh, yeah. Damn it, Oculus. Just for that, I'm cutting off all your ice cream privileges. You mean positive number 66, Pavanix? Oh, I'd never cut someone's T privileges. I'm not a monster. So let me update the HUD here. In all honesty, though, if this expansion wasn't well received, that explains a lot. Because it felt a lot like they really poured their heart and soul into making as good of a Star Wars story as they could. And what happens is if you try X and it doesn't sell, then people tell you to stop trying X. So I suppose we'll see what they do in the future. Not yet, Dr. Winter. Yes, I did, Bob and Eggs. You can put it up on the wall. But yeah, we apparently have to do the planet of Iokath is our next bit of content. And then we have 3 flashpoints thereafter. I mean, probably Crazy Norse. Or how about people who whinged about Cataclysm because they are stupid? Oh yeah, there's an operation too, which we are of course not even looking at. What did they do in Texas to film this? Iokath and 3 dungeons, and then that will be concluding KotET. Thereafter, we will do a place called Osis. That'll be the lead-in into Onslaught, which will be Onderon, Mechshaw, a Flashpoint, Echoes of Oblivion, and then 2 Flashpoints. Then we will start Legacy of the Sith, which is a planet and a Flashpoint. Correct, Magister. That's what I was thinking, Pillars of Snow. Man, my throat is not helping me in here right now. We've got a bit of content left. We might finish it next week. We'll probably finish it in 2 weeks.
Funny, I thought you passed out on the dance floor.
I got a second wind. Let me guess. You saw the intelligence reports.
The Republic's preparing for war.
And the Sith Empire's not far behind. So much for our friendly pact with Ascena.
The Eternal Alliance is only hours old, but already I sense dark forces massing against us. Uprisings sparking across the galaxy.
We will defeat them.
Tomorrow. Tonight, we celebrate.
Oh yeah, that reminds me. What are uprisings? God, that's terrible. Let's just shove back to the status quo as hard as we possibly can. Jesus. That's another thing I hate. Status quo. I don't have a quest right now. Oh, that's weird. Well, tomorrow at 10 a.m. Eastern Standard Time, we'll do an uprising, see what we think of it, and then we'll go check out Iokath and see how that's going. Oh, and the HUD is up to date if you're wondering how this is going so far. I am legitimately quite impressed with this expansion. It's probably some of the best content I've seen in Tor, period. So,